Hey gang, Carl here, and I am flying solo here today on the Loan Officer Freedom podcast. And what I want to talk about here, I'm going to take a bit of a risk here. I'm going to go over some numbers, and I get it. A lot of you are listening to this. Some of you watch it on YouTube, but probably most of you, you're walking around the neighborhood, you're driving the car, you're at the gym, you're doing the stair stepper thing or something like that. You're on your bicycle in the morning, listen to the podcast, which is where I listen to most of mine. So I'm going to go over some numbers, but just kind of follow. I think I can totally pull this off because this is a really big deal. Here's the thing. I just saw this recent study, and it said, where do top producing loan officers get most of their business? So where are they getting most of their leads? Top, and this is top producing loan officers, right? That people like me and you, right? Well, I'm a branch manager, but you get the idea. So check this out. Where would you guess that most top producing loan officers get most of their leads? And you're probably right. I mean, there's really three major sources that we could guess. Number one would be, and this is not in the right order, but our past database, of course, right? That's kind of like free money, right? Even though not a lot of loan officers work their past database, so that's definitely something you might want to be looking at. But past database would be one, and then consumer direct. Various ways of doing that would be, a second way, and referral partners is a third way. So let's just look at those three. So consumer direct, past database, and referral partners. Of those three, guess which came in first? Well, if you guess referral partners, you're right. Listen to the numbers here. This is staggering. It surprised me, actually. So again, this is where did top producing loan officers get most of their leads that ended up going to closings, whether most of their closed business. 78.1% of their business came from referral partners, almost 80%. Like you could almost not even pay attention to the other two, past database and consumer direct, and still knock it out of the park, right? I'm not saying to do that, but I'm just saying you could. 78.1%, almost 80% was referral partners. Past database, 21.8%. So again, at the risk of going numbers here while you're on the treadmill, 78.1% was referral partners, 21.8%. I'm just going to round up. So 78% referral partners, 22% past database. That's an amazing number. You go, wait a minute, Carl. Those two numbers add up to 100. What about consumer direct? Listen to this, 0.1. 0.1%. So referral partners was 78.1, past database was 21.8, consumer direct 0.1. So one would say any effort that we're spending on consumer direct, um, gosh, if we spend that same amount of effort on referral partners or past database, it's probably going to be time well spent, right? So I was shocked by that. I thought for sure consumer direct was going to be, I don't know what I was expecting, 20, 30%, something like that. That's kind of what I was expecting. But it ended up being 78.1 referral partners, 21.8 past database, 0.1 consumer direct. So now if we look at the referral partner thing, I'm going to go over one more set of numbers here. But I want you to listen to this. So the obvious elephant in the room here is referral partners, right? And that's why this podcast over the years, I've been focusing in on that because it's what works, right? And I've said this 100 times. My branch, we do hundreds of loans per month. What do we focus on? 80% of our effort goes to referral partners, 20% of our effort goes to past database. That's where the business comes from. But again, this wasn't a study of my branch. This was a nationwide study. So now listen to this. So say, all right, Carl, I'm going to focus on referral partner marketing. Just say, listen to this number. You go, how much effort am I going to take to do that? Let's say you set up one meeting per day with what we call a qualified agent, right? A good producing agent that's closing. In our world, we use the definition of they closed 8 buyer sides or more in the last 12 months. So let's say you meet with one per day, Monday through Thursday. One per day. Not 4, not 10, not 12, not 3, one. One per day, Monday through Thursday. Right. So if you did that one per day, and by the way, that might be in person, that might be on Zoom, that might be by phone. I find Zoom and in person, at least for me, tends to work out the best. I like the visual component of Zoom, of a a video conference. I like that. If it's local, face to face is hard to beat. But like if I live in Atlanta and the referral partners on the other end of Atlanta, it takes me an hour and a half to get there, I'm going to Zoom them, right? But let's just say you meet with one per day, Monday through Thursday, not Friday, not Saturday, not Sunday, one per day, Monday through Thursday. That would be 16 meetings. That would be 16 meetings per month. All right. That'd be 16 meetings per month. So one per day, Monday through Thursday. That's 4 a week, not 4 a day, but 4 for the whole week. You got a 40-hour work week, meet 4 meetings, right? That's like one meeting every 10 hours, right? Shouldn't be too hard to set up. That'd be 16 meetings per month. Let's say you had a 30% no-show rate, right? 16 of them say, yep, I'll meet with you for the month, and 30% of them no-show. That's actually a little bit on the high side for us, but let's just say you have a 30% no-show rate. That means that you would have 11 kept appointments. Because if you have one meeting per day, Monday through Thursday, that's 16 for the month, a 30% no-show rate. That means we kept 11 appointments for the month. So if you did 11 meetings per month in a period of a year, that would be 132 meetings that showed up, right, of referral partners, which is a good use of time. Remember, that's where 80% of the business comes from. So there'd be 80 meetings per month. That'd be 132 meetings per year. Let's say you take, Carl, I want to take the month of December off because I kind of do. I pretty much check out the month of December. I love Christmas and just everything it stands for. And so I pretty much check out on December like I do. And I've earned the right to because I have a meeting per day. So one meeting per day equals 16 meetings per month, 30% no show, 11 kept appointments. 11 kept appointments per month equals 132 meetings per year, but I take a month off. So 1 month, I don't do any meetings. So that would take my 132 meetings down to 121. So if I have 121 meetings, you go, Carl, all right, how many of those are going to actually send me business? Most won't. And you know what? Most won't. The good news is most don't have to. So my own personal number is 16%. 16%. So if I've got 121 kept appointments, and only 16% of them go, all right, Carl, let's work together. So not half of them, not even a third of them, but 16%. That's less than 1 out of 5. That's close to like 1 out of 6. 16%. So only 16% send me one referral per week. It doesn't mean they close, just one referral per week. So I met with 121 of them, 16% of them, the small minority, end up sending me a referral per week. And remember, these are the agents that have closings, right? These are the qualified agents. And so via open houses, via sign writers, maybe they're doing floor time at the real estate office. A producing agent gets one lead per week, either open houses. You get the idea. Like they do. You might not be getting them, but it's because you're not working the plan. So if I have 121 of them keep the appointment, 16% send me a referral per week. That means I now have 16% of 121 would be 19 referring agents, at the end of the year. So if I have 19 referring agents, which was 16%, and sending me a referral per week, that is 19 referrals per week. I get these numbers thing, right? But just follow through with me here. So 19 referrals per week equals 76 referrals per month, right? So I had 121 kept appointments, 16% conversion rate. They 16% of those send me a referral per week. I'm not saying they close, just a referral per week. That'd be 76 referrals per month. So, all right, Carl, I had my 121. I made my one appointment per day, Monday to Thursday. At the end of the year, I took a month off. At the end of the year, I had 121 kept appointments. 16% sent me a referral per week. That's 76 referrals per month. If I get 76 referrals per month, how many of those go to closing? So I can't answer that number for you, but for us, it runs about 25%, 20%, 25%, 30%. I figure around 25%. So if I'm getting 76 referrals per month and one out of four close, which is about right, half of them aren't qualified for some reason or other. Of the half that are qualified, half of them shot me. They ended up not refining. They ended up not buying. Come to find out their nephew's a loan officer, like whatever. So one out of four convert for me. So when I get 76 referrals per month, 25% conversion rate, one out of four, that's 19 closings per month. 19 closings per month. So 19 closings per month. And let's say hypothetically you make $3,000 per closing, some of you more, some of you less, but 19 closings per month at $3,000 per closing, that's 57 grand a month. You take 57 grand per month times 12 months, that's 684,000 additional dollars for the year. You follow that? I mean, that's just imagine meeting one per day, Monday through Thursday. That's 16 a month, 30% no show, 11 kept the appointments, 11 each month times 12 months is 132 meetings for the year, in person, Zoom, however you want to do it. Take a month off. So it's not 132, it's 121. We convert 16% of them to start sending you a referral per week. Again, these are the qualified agents. That's 19 referrals per week. That's 76 referrals per month. You close one out of four of them. That's 19 closings for the month. $3,000 per closing. That's $57,000 for the month. $57,000 times 12. That's $684,000 in addition to what you're making now. You go, all right, Carl, let's say hypothetically, and little strong message here, hypothetically, we just stink. Like we just suck. We're just like, ugh. Carl, I didn't meet with one a day Monday through Thursday. I met with one every other day. I didn't take 1 month off. I took 6 months off. I didn't convert them at 16%. I convert them at 8%, which would be very low, by the way. I didn't close one out of four of the leads. I closed one out of eight. So if we take that 684,000 and divide it by two, we got half the results that we're using here as a hypothetical example. That would still be $342,000. You go, all right, Carl, let's say we don't just stink a little, we stink a lot. If we even just take half of that number. So we didn't make 684, we made 342. Nope, we didn't make 342. We only made half of that. That'd still be $171,000 extra for the year. I mean, the numbers are just shocking to me. Like it never ceases to amaze me on it's that steady, that consistent, that persistent, that disciplined approach. Here's the problem. You hear something like this, and you go, wow, that's really interesting. I'm motivated, Carl. I hear these numbers of 684,000. Oh no, I'm not. I'm half as good as that. It's 342,000. Oh, I'm even half as good as that, an extra 171,000 for the year. I'm really motivated by that. But see, here's the problem. Motivation wanes. Motivation wanes. We will never have success from motivation. It's discipline, right? Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structure. So we have got to get that structure in a business, which is why over here, what we do is we collectively all get together on a Zoom meeting when we make our calls, right? So we're making our calls to set those coffee appointments or those meetings with those agents. And again, we're talking about one a day. And so we do those meetings on a big Zoom call. Everybody turns on a Zoom. All these loan officers all across the nation, we meet on a Zoom. We go over, all right, here's our script for the day. And then we turn off our microphones and we just start picking up the phone and we're calling. But you can see all the loan officers still on the Zoom all across the nation making their phone calls. Maybe in the chat button, one of them will say, hey, somebody just said this. How would you answer that? Right? And it's a very powerful thing because what we find is the discipline of being in there as a group. That's where the magic is. It's the discipline of being in there in the group, and you know that the other loan officers making their calls, they're counting on you to be there to kind of help them with the discipline, and you're counting on them. It's a really, really cool thing to do. And again, at the beginning of each one of these meetings, we go, here's today's scripts. Here's the script we're using today to get these meetings. Here's the script we're using today to convert those meetings into closing. Here's the script we're using today to call our past database. It's the disciplined approach. And I think you can see, I call this the power of one, that again, we met with one agent per day, 30% no show, 121 kept appointments for the year, converted at 16%, send us referrals. We closed 1 out of 4 of those referrals. That number, in this hypothetical example, was an extra $684,000 for the year, assuming $3,000 per closing. You make $1,500 per closing, that's still $342,000. You make $6,000 per closing, it's like $1.3 million for the year. I mean, the power of one is such an astronomical thing. And so that's what I got for you today. I just wanted to show you the power of inserting in discipline into your business and setting that one appointment per day. Not 2, not 3, not 5, not 6, 1. The power of one. So when you're ready to have some help of, hey, how do these phone calls work? And hey, you group of loan officers that meet together and do this together virtually all across the nation, both East Coast and West Coast. Gee, I'd like to see be a part of that. Here, why don't you let us do a walkthrough with you, and we'll walk you through, no charge. We'll walk you through exactly how it works. So if you just go to freedomclubdemo.com, freedomclubdemo.com, and we got different levels to do this, right? But even at our lowest level, you can be part of this collective group, and you're adding discipline into your business. And I'm just telling you, that's where the magic happens. That's the people that get fit at the gym. That's the people that have success in their business. You got to have discipline in the business. And I get it. Discipline's not a sexy topic, but let me tell you something. The results are sexy. The results are sexy. I'm just telling you, a lot of magical things can happen in our business. Imagine making an extra 684,000, and if that's too big of a number for you to imagine, remember we cut it in half and cut it in half, and we still had 171,000 extra dollars for the year. And again, I'm not making an income claim because I don't know that you're going to do this, but I'm just showing you the numbers of one meeting per day. Imagine the difference that would make in your life. Yeah. So we'd love to walk you through this. So again, just go to freedomclubdemo.com, freedomclubdemo.com, and we'll walk you through exactly how we do this. We'll show you what the group looks like that we meet every Monday through Thursday, and we do all these calls together, and we go over the scripts right before. It's a very powerful thing. So hey, look, this is what the pros do. You're a pro. It's time to take action, right? It's time to take action. So all right, that's it. What I got for you today. I just love this power of one. It's we have the best career ever. We just have to make sure that we're capitalizing on it. It's like you got a race car in front of you. You got to jump in the seat and turn the key. And by the way, you got to put some gas in you got to put some gas in it. So yeah, I'm real passionate about this. So hey, thanks so much for letting me be part of your day. I really appreciate it. It's a true honor to spend time with you a couple times a week here on the podcast. And we see the tens of thousands of loan officers across the nation. It's very humbling, and I'm just very, 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 very grateful to be part of your life. So appreciate you guys. Be sure you walk through that demo. It's a good idea. It's a good idea to at least see what you're saying. If you're not doing this, maybe you ought to just at least look and see what you're saying no to. I think that'd be a good thing to do. So, all right, guys, appreciate you. freedomclubdemo.com. We'll see you on the inside, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Those of you that move forward, we'll see you tomorrow morning on our group call, and looking forward to being there with you and watching your success. So, all right, see you on the inside. Bye-bye.